And a shot from before as the Miami team bus arrived at the arena. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. What a fantastic look at the skyscrapers that make up the skyline here in the Cradle of Liberty. We're coming to you from Philadelphia. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, the process in Philly has finally started yielding big results. The Sixers have star players and tremendous fans who stood by them through the lean years, and they're ecstatic at what they're seeing on the court. There are a handful of elite teams in the East, Kevin, but the Sixers are confident they belong with the best of them.
They certainly can. Well done, DA. Thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for Butler.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, the backcourt, Dragic and Butler. Adebayo is out there with Justice Winslow, and it's Leonard in at the 5 spot. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. I like this tonight, Smitty. We have veteran leadership on both teams. When you were a rookie in the NBA, who was your mentor?
You know, Kevin, this is going to surprise you because everybody looks at guys kind of on the court. My mentor was Manute Bol.
Really?
I played nothing like Manute Bol, but I would tell you, Kevin, he was my mentor. He would grab me by the ear and twist it and tell me what I needed to do as far as a leadership standpoint.
I never would have guessed him, Smitty, never.
Kevin, I walked in with some shorts and a polo shirt in Miami. He grabbed my ear and said, "That's not professional. You better wear a suit." I'm like, Manute is 90 degrees. I had to wear a suit every game.
I like that story. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Butler passes to Winslow. It's hauled in by Harris. And it's Harris with the ball for the 76ers. Richardson gets a wide open look. That one, no good. And the Heat going the other way now. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So you know each game they play will hold a lot of importance to both teams.
Maybe not the biggest name in free agency, but Jimmy Butler, definitely a star player on the market.
A handful of teams were very interested in him, expressed interest in playing for Miami, and got his wish via sign and trade. We'll see if he can make them a contender in the East.
That free throw good from Butler.
And for the Heat, the offensive production over the years just hasn't been there consistently.
Let's just look at last season, for instance. 26 in the league in points. They tried to make up for it with a great defense and rebounding. But if you're not explosive offensively these days, it just keeps your opponent in the game.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
Now here is Horford. An 11-point game for him in the win against San Antonio.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
And that one, good. And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
Here's Simmons, and he makes that one. Simmons got his 2nd bucket of the night.
I admire Simmons' ability inside. That's where he's an elite finisher.
Dragic against Simmons. Pass to Winslow. Over Harris. And it's Winslow that time on the assist by Dragic. here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside, Simmons. Horford the pass to Harris. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Beautiful catch and shoot. Look at the pass right on time. And Tobias, he knocks it down.
Simmons against Dragic. Pass to Butler. And here's Adebayo. Over Horford. And another basket for Miami.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now here's Simmons. He had 27 points last game. No good from 11 feet. Outside Butler. Over to the left wing. And stolen by Simmons. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way.
When you look at Richardson's skill set, you look at his size, you think, man, this guy could be a great 3-and-D player.
And Josh Richardson, a 3-and-D type player, recommitted himself last year, Smitty, to defense.
Kevin, he felt like he wasn't being impactful on the defensive end and vowed to amend that. He can be a nuisance with that reach, and he's put in that extra work to solidify his defensive presence.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Richardson drops them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Dragic the pass to Butler. Winslow with it. Richardson covering. Winslow kicks to Dragic. Shoots from 14. The putback. It's good on the putback. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Passes it to Richardson. Knocked loose. And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That's his first foul. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Simmons. Leonard gets a hand on it, and they're able to recover. Chalk up 2 there. Here's Dragic. He's coming off a 13-point game against Chicago. Outside Butler. Kicks to Winslow. 6 on the shot clock. That one's rebounded by Embiid. And it's Harris with the ball for Philadelphia. He feeds it to Horford. Here's Embiid, and it's sent back by Leonard. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Give him a lane to the hoop, and you know what you risk? Jimmy Butler throwing it down.
And here are the 76ers now. They trail by 1. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
Here's Dragic after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Dragic with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Winslow, the pass to Leonard. Misses from close range. For Philadelphia, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Wasted no time on that one. And it's 6 points for Tobias Harris.
Inconsistent from range when he first entered the league. Tobias has turned that completely around.
Dragic against Simmons. Dragic the pass to Butler. Leonard trying to break free. Butler no good.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Simmons on the wing. Covered by Winslow. Baseline J on the way. Miami grabs the miss. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. One record that doesn't get much attention, Steve, a league-wide drop in turnovers. Last season was the lowest rate ever for turnovers in the NBA. It was terrific.
It was, and I think the reason why is teams are doing a good job offensively of sharing the basketball. There's not a lot of over-dribbling. And I think also the three-point shot. Guys are not driving the basketball because that can create turnovers. With the chance of driving it, they're catching and they're shooting from a long distance.
Johnson, he's checked in for Myers Leonard. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
The 10th overall pick back in 2015. Justice Winslow has been fighting injuries, but he still has a chance to be very good.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the missed shot by James Johnson.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Butler. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Butler's got 8 points. Here's Richardson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. The pass to Simmons. 11 feet away. No good on that one. Good D by Johnson. The Heat have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Pass to Adebayo. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the 76ers. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Burke in for Ben Simmons. Heat also with the sub. Olynyk's checked in. Now here's Scott after the miss from Joel Embiid. Johnson against Scott. Here's Burke. Embiid trying to break loose. And there's Burke. That's good on the assist by Scott.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Dragic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, when you watch Goran Dragic play, you can tell the precision that he has with his movement and footwork. But as pretty as his game is, he has a bit of edge to him. Very fiery player.
And Smitty, as you alluded to with Dragic, he's gotten in more confrontations than you would think.
He's a scrapper and does whatever it takes to win. Reminds me of a little bit of John Stockton with that mentality. But that's exactly the kind of mindset you want from your lead guard.
Free throw drops for Goran Dragic.
Well, he was a champion in Italy. We see what Dragic has done in the NBA. He's had a solid career, and he's still evolving.
Jonah Bolden's checked in for the 76ers. The Heat also changing it up. Jones comes in for Bam Adebayo. And Hero subbed in for Jimmy Butler. Both free throws good from Dragic. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the 76ers. Pass to Bolden. Ball stolen. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got it all tied up now for the Heat. Here's Thibault. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Burke. Now O'Quinn. He's guarded by Dragic. O'Quinn can't hit.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
The pass to Hero. And stolen by Burke. Pass to Thibault. Here's Bolden. Back to Burke. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to O'Quinn. Shoots over Dragic. Doesn't go for him. And it's Miami the other way. Here's Hero. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And there's another one for the Heat.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Here's Thibault after the made shot from Goran Dragic. Here's Thibault. And too long on the shot. The Heat with the lead. And here's Dragic. Misses in close. Here's Thibault. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's stolen by Johnson. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
The Heat have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And the Heat making a change here. Nunn's checked in. Players out there are either loved or hated by the fans. There's no in between, Smitty. But when you take a look at divisive players in the league, who pops into your head?
Draymond Green, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James. There's some people who love him, and there's some people that hate him.
Sure.
Joel Embiid is starting to creep into that conversation. Those are some of the guys some people love him and some people hate him.
The 76ers trail by 5. Passes to O'Quinn. Back to Burke. Johnson with the block.
Sneaky shot blocker. James Johnson is not the biggest guy, but he has the reach to do it.
Golden, good. The Heat leading by 3. Here's Hero. And Jones has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Here's Olynyk. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Heat, their last game, a loss to the Bulls.
That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession.
Now, here's Scott. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Here's Hero. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. Johnson left side. Tries from 10. Olynyk trying to break loose. No good with the layup.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Thibault can't get it to go. And Miami shooting 47% here so far. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. .51 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Hero. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Hero's got 6.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Here's Thibault. Good D by Jones. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Miami Heat. 4-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And that one, I thought the guys were out of sync offensively. And on the defensive end, a failure to communicate.
This was a brutal loss. You can point fingers in a number of directions, but the bottom line is they just didn't have it tonight.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Scott. Dishes it to O'Quinn. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe. 5 seconds left in the first. 2 on the clock. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Miami Heat. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing, but it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the 76ers, they've got Scott. Burke is out there with Kyle O'Quinn, and it's Thibault in at the 2. Here's Nunn. 76ers getting the bucket. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Outside, Jones. Hero passes to Jones. Tries again. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Holden's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Lets a floater go, and Jones pulls it down. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Nunn. His last outing, he had 8 points. Fires for 3. Hero, no good. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Here's Thibault, defended by Jones. Thibault can't get it to go. He'd have gone 0 of 4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Jones in the post. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Heat. Leonard, he's checked in for Olynyk. And it's Justin Winslow in for Derek Jones. Now, here's Burke. 8 points his last outing. Here's Simmons. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Simmons got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
With a consistently improving offensive game, Simmons is lethal whenever he's on the court.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. And there were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors lost to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. And for the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league that believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened. There's no doubt, DA. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you. Some changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Horford comes in for Jonah Bolden, and it's Richardson in for Burke. And then for Miami, Bam Adebayo's checked in for Johnson, and it's Butler in for Hero. Harris against Winslow. Harris kicks to Richardson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Nice shot by Josh Richardson. He gives you another guy that can extend the defense.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Smitty, lately we're seeing more deep three-pointers than ever before. Think you could step out to that 35-foot mark?
Hey, Kevin, I can step out there, but the question is, could I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my area shooting 35-footers. This is fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
None can't get it to fall.
Well, you have to understand what your strengths are. Just not a good finish at the rim on that play.
Simmons left side. Out to Harris. Lets it go from deep. A second chance effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Philadelphia shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And Embiid drops them both.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Here's Nunn on the wing. Winslow. There's the pass to Adebayo. Outside Butler. Here's Leonard. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Philadelphia.
Philadelphia leading by 5. Embiid, the pass to Simmons. That one misses. And the Heat going the other way now.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Simmons. And the call will be against Harris. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And that's his 3rd foul. The chance you take leaving him in with 2. Let's see if they'll sit him now until the half.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Miami. Here's Butler, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Love the level of concentration by Jimmy Butler on that play.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
From the 30th pick in the draft to perennial all-star, Jimmy Butler has come a long way in a short period of time.
Now here is Harris. 14 points from him the last game against San Antonio.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
The Heat trail by 4. Pass to Adebayo. Over Horford, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Horford.
Well, you love the energy that Bam Adebayo brings while he's on the floor. Great finisher who hustles nonstop. Really, the only question is how you match him up on the defensive end.
The first one falls. And those position questions you mentioned with Adebayo. A bit of a tweener in the post.
Yeah, he is. Adebayo has a game that is suited for a center. He attacks and stays close to the rim. But he's had a hard time matching up against some larger centers. And that's why we haven't seen more of him.
And so he hits both.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Simmons, the bounce pass. Winslow against Harris. Stolen by Winslow. And it's Dragic off the drive. That ties the game. Dragic has got 6 points.
Boy, the defense was physical on that play, but Dragic has added strength over the years and able to complete the bucket.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Simmons looking around. Harris outside. Richardson outside. 5 on the clock. Off target from three-point range. Miami's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Winslow, the pass to Adebayo. Back to Winslow for 3. Good work defensively by Horford. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the 76ers. And he banks in the layup. He's got 8.
We talk about Harris's ability to create off the bounce, and then you see the upper body strength on the finish.
Dragic the pass to Winslow. Inside from 12 feet out. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Philadelphia the other way now. Richardson against Winslow. Now Simmons. 6 points for him. Harris outside. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has. A guy that wants to get his team involved.
Now here's Butler. 23 points for him the last game against Chicago.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
You know, Steve, for teams that are already struggling big time, what's a sign that the ship is going to be difficult to turn the other way and get back on track?
I think, Kevin, body language and obviously what they're saying in the media. There are some teams, you watch them, guys hit a three-point shot, they come to the bench. No one's up clapping, no one's communicating with each other. Those are the teams I think is very hard to turn around.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. The 76ers leading by 4. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Harris. Fades. Here's Embiid. Count it. Embiid's got 6 here in this quarter.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Now here's Dragic. He has 6. Embiid with the steal. Here's Simmons, and then Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
Timeout called, the Heat. The Heat making a switch here. Olenek's checked in.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Winslow. He's right around 9 points a night, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
Yeah, easy call.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. The 76ers leading by 7. Embiid, the pass to Harris. From 20 feet out. And it's Miami with the rebound. Passes it to Winslow. And he can't bank that one in.
And they continue to control the glass.
Philadelphia's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Now the pass to Richardson. It's stolen by Adebayo. Here's Winslow. It's good. Winslow's got 4 this quarter.
Coming hard on the drive, Winslow daring someone to get in his way.
Philadelphia's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Outside, Simmons. Ring shot on the way. Rebound by Olynyk. The Heat trail by 5. Here's Butler. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Everything's been working for Butler tonight. He's developing the identity of a superstar. And you watch Olynyk play, and he has the skill set of a stretch 4. Solid enough from outside, although he struggled last season, can give a team a different look from the post spots.
Free throw, good Butler. And with Olynyk, he has the size to play at the 4 or the 5.
Olynyk is a legit 7-footer, and he has added beef inside the lane. Though until he improves as a rim protector, we'd rather have him as a 4.
Now here is Harris. He's got 11. Off target from outside. Harris against Winslow. It's good. This game is all even. Winslow's got 9 points.
Well, you'll never see Winslow shy away from physical play. In fact, more often than not, he initiates it.
Here's Thibault. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Pass to Horford. Here's Thibault, defended by Butler. Embiid dishes to Simmons. Shoots over Dragic, and that one's good. Simmons, he's got 10.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
There's 1:54 left in the second quarter. Pass to Thibault. Here's Harris. Here's Embiid. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here's what Miami has lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Wednesday, they'll start out on the road and play the Rockets in Houston.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing. But it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
First one falls for him.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for the 76ers. Mike Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. And Embiid drops them both.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And it's Dragic with the ball for the Miami Heat, trailing by 2. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Pass to Olynyk. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Dragic. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the 76ers. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, the Miami Heat, 8.5 games behind them.
And for Philadelphia, they've been on a tremendous run this season. All the pieces were in place coming into the year, and they haven't missed a beat.
great chemistry, great coaching, and potential to do some great things in the postseason.
Right. They knew teams would be gunning for them night in and night out. That's only fueled their commitment to putting a great product on the floor.
And the 76ers making a change here. Burks is checked in. Kicks to Jones. Johnson against Scott. Johnson, the pass to Butler. Shot clock at 6. That puts them in the lead. Butler's got 19 points.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Here's Burke. He has 5. Passes to O'Quinn. Now here's Burke. Tight defense on him. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the 76ers lead by 1. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. He kicks to Simmons. It's hauled in by Hero. Miami's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Feeds it to Johnson. Olynyk. They shoot again. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for the Philadelphia 76ers. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Joel Embiid having an outstanding game. He had 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Well, they've been getting worked on the glass. Out-hustled, out-muscled, out-bustled. Where's the fight? I know they got some tough matchups now. But if they really want to win the game, they need to crash the boards way harder in the second half.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. At the 2 and the 3, it's Butler and Winslow. Myers Leonard is out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Dragic in at the 1. Now, here's Adebayo. Just 5 on the clock. Leonard inside, guarded by Embiid. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers leading. Now here's Simmons. Harris outside. And it's off from three-point range. Heat shooting 43% from the floor. Dragic with it, outguarded by Simmons. Butler. No good, shot missing. Some solid defense from Harris. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Outside, Simmons. It's stolen by Dragic. He lobs it up, and Adebayo throws it down.
Justice Winslow has done an excellent job of being unselfish and making the right play.
Philadelphia's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And stolen by Butler. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Right side, Dragic. Good ball movement here by Miami. Clock at 6. Simmons with the defensive effort. And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. Three-pointer. And it's Miami with the rebound. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Using that solid frame inside, Winslow draws the foul.
Tonight, he's gone 3 of 6 from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So he gets them both. The 76ers trailing. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Richardson, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jimmy Butler.
This is what you want. Put the defender in a position where he has to foul you to stop you. Richardson can be a tricky cover.
The first free throw is good. And Richardson drops them both. So it's Miami now. Dragic with it. He has 6. To the middle. Here's Butler. Trying to get open is Adebayo. It's Butler that time on the assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 4 assists now tonight. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Richardson kicks to Simmons. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
And when Simmons is taking it strong to the cup, he's looking for a foul. Love this guy's aggressive.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
First one falls for him.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
And he can't hit the second.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? 76ers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Dragic finds Butler. Now here's Winslow. Richardson covering. Outside Dragic. This one for 3. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Now it's a 5-point Heat lead.
Goran Dragic is a guy used to having the ball in his hand. This time, he finishes on the catch and shoot.
Simmons against Dragic. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Here's Adebayo. And it's sent back by Horford.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Harris misses. The Heat leading by 5. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Adebayo throws it down.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Richardson outside. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Heat. To the left side wing. Adebayo down low. Working on Horford. Butler finds Adebayo. Shot clock at 5. No good. Good work defensively by Horford. In the corner, it's Harris. And here is Simmons. 13 points in the game. And he uses the glass on the layup. Simmons got 5 points now this quarter.
He's an absolute gym rat. Simmons is relentless in his pursuit to dominate really all phases of the game and improving with his scoring.
Now here's Dragic. 9 points in the game so far. Butler, no good. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Richardson with it. Butler covering. Butler against Richardson. Horford trying to free himself up. Richardson, no luck.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
And the pass to Butler. Outside Dragic. Good ball movement here by Miami. That 3 off the mark.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Joel Embiid. The 76ers trail by 5. Richardson dishes to Simmons. Pass to Horford. Richardson outside. Shoots the three. They get it back. Second chance shot. O'Quinn trying to free himself up, and it's finished off by Richardson as he lays it in.
And with Josh Richardson, they love his size in the backcourt and his mobility. He moves extremely well.
Rockets the pass to Winslow. Now Adebayo. The feed now to Johnson. Pass to Winslow. Over Harris. And it's Winslow that time on the assist by Johnson. And that's 13 points for Justice Winslow.
It's important for Winslow to make this. When the defense tries to entice you to take it, he has to knock it down.
76ers trailing. Outside, Simmons. Kicks it to Horford. Passes it to Harris. Richardson outside. Richardson missing again.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And Adebayo throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. The Heat getting the bucket. Stolen by Winslow. Dragic kicks to Adebayo. Back to Dragic. Count that one. Dragic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Heat.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
The 76ers shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Simmons dishes to Richardson. Out left to the wing. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And he makes the first. So both teams making some changes here. And Al Horford drops them both. The Heat leading by 7. Here's Hero. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Horford.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Shoot 2.
That's good from Hero. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
The pass to Thibault. Back to Simmons. Here's the teardrop. Here's Scott. O'Quinn trying to free himself up. Shot clock at 4, and Jones pulls it down. The Heat leading by 9. Here's Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Yeah, James Johnson off the drive. Big, strong, but also very skilled.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Another miss by Philadelphia. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Jones, no luck.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And Smitty, you talk about players who can just be vicious to the rim. Wow. Derek Jones is on that list.
Yes, he can dunk the ball with so much force. You feel the building shake. So scary when he's coming down the paint to catch a pass because of his insane leaping ability.
Here's Hero. 8 points for him. Here's Olynyk, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And they like him to be aggressive. And I think Olynyk has the talent to be a difference maker offensively.
Pass to Simmons. There's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Can't hit that one. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Miami. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Pass to Winslow. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
There's a certain attitude to Winslow's style of play, conducive to getting to the line.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
Definitely not making the most of his chances at the foul line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Winslow. And so he makes both from the line. The 76ers trail by 13.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's O'Quinn, and it's Miami with the rebound. Olynyk's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Off the left rim and out.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
Scott the pass to Thibault. Now Simmons. He's got 17. 6 to shoot. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And the technical free throw is good. Here's Thibault, covered by Winslow. He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. 36 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Hero. He's got 8. Passes it to Jones. On the wing, Winslow. Back to Jones. 5 on the clock. Here's Hero with the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Johnson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Heat.
And the length of Johnson really coming into play. Beats everyone to the ball, then right back up with it.
Now here's Simmons. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Miami looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Coach Brett Brown with some words for his players.
It's going to take everything you got to come up with balls so that we win this game. Right? Anything loose, any rebounds, guards, you got to rebound.
Demanding an all-out effort from his guys.
And Kevin, it's got to be a gang rebounding approach, just like he was talking about. They need every board they can get.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Kyle O'Quinn out there with Horford. Then there's Scott. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Thibault in at the 2 guard. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Now here is Horford. Outside, Scott. Outside, Simmons. With a step back. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Johnson. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Philadelphia. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Thibault, defended by Butler. Clock at 6. Here's Thibault over Jones. Poked away, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Miami. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Hero, guarded by Simmons. Outside, Jones. Butler feeling it out a bit. And the rejection by Embiid. Here's Thibault. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
A substantial, towering presence. Simmons creates second chance opportunities night in and night out.
Here's Hero, and it's blocked by O'Quinn. Here's Thibault, defended by Butler. Lays it up off the glass. And it's now 23 points for Ben Simmons.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Hero. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He told them, look, we're in a good spot. The one thing I want you guys to do, stay in the moment. Don't look ahead. Stay in the moment and compete. Kevin, we'll see if they can keep focused.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Harris inside. He's covered by Leonard. They get it back, and he gets it back. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. No good on the free throw. And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
Very surprising he couldn't capitalize on those shots. You don't see that often.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
At 6'7", Jimmy Butler is no slouch down there on the block.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Butler nails both of them. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Harris dishes to Embiid, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
The free throw drops for Embiid. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Dragic, the pass to Olynyk. On the wing, Jones. Guarded by Harris. Jones dishes to Olynyk. Kicks it out to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Over Harris. And the shot is long.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
That one good for 2.
An all-around handful to deal with. Tobias with a strong move for the potential +1.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and, boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help. Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
And it has them in a great spot to take the lead. They love to get a few stops now at the other end.
And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That's his 5th foul. Richardson outside. Back to Simmons. He kicks it to Richardson. 5 to shoot. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Kept alive. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one drops. He ties it up. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. The Heat have gone 0 of 6 in the fourth quarter. Disastrous start to the period. Feeds to Leonard. Butler against Richardson. Butler kicks to Dragic. And there's the pass to Jones. And here is Olynyk. Here's Dragic from outside. Miami no good on that time either.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged.
The power on that throwdown.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that.
kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Pass to Butler. Shot to stop the run. Olynyk trying to break loose. Butler, no good. Philadelphia leading by 3. It's Richardson on the wing. Over Butler. Richardson, no luck. Miami's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Knocks it loose. Dragic, the pass to Jones. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Harris.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. The Heat making a switch here. Adebayo's checked in. And so Jones nails both of them. Here's Philadelphia. They're on an 18-4 run right now. Outside, Simmons. And it's sent back by Leonard. Stolen by O'Quinn. Simmons with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Simmons dishes to Harris. Philadelphia moving the ball around. That's tipped. Embiid with the steal. A shot's good from O'Quinn.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The Heat trail by 3. Here's Dragic. Butler on the wing. Back to Dragic to tie it up. That one doesn't drop. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Dragic against Richardson. He feeds it to O'Quinn. Count the basket. Now it's a 5-point 76ers lead.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And it's blocked by O'Quinn. Simmons against Dragic. The putback, and Simmons is right there. And the 76ers lead by 7.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And the shot goes down.
Those 220 pounds came in handy. Jimmy Butler using his big body and muscling those tough shots.
And the 76ers call time here.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Richardson against Butler. Richardson outside. Embiid in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. From outside, off the mark. The Heat trail by 5. Winslow, the pass to Leonard. And Embiid with the block. And it's Dragic with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
And it's Dragic with the ball for the Miami Heat. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Leonard against Embiid. Butler passes to Leonard. And they call an illegal screen here.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
Philadelphia leading by 7. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Embiid. It's hauled in by the Heat. Outside Butler. Leonard. The shot's good.
He's a dynamic scorer, but Jimmy Butler showing the ability to make plays for others.
Here's Simmons. Passes it to Richardson. From the stripe, buries the jump shot. And the 76ers lead by 7.
Very good at working off the pick and roll. Josh getting all the separation he needs.
Dragic kicks to Butler. Over Richardson. And it's off the back rim. No good. The 76ers shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Second shot opportunity. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The first one falls. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. The Heat trail by 8. Here's Butler. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now it's 27 points for Jimmy Butler.
This is where Jimmy Butler really does his best work, when he can use his length and strength to full advantage.
The pass to Horford. Simmons against Dragic. The try by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Leonard, the pass to Dragic. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Simmons got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Richardson, good.
Pushes it quickly, and he gets something before the defense can set up. Richardson's a good finisher in transition.
Dragic, the pass to Leonard. Butler on the way. Back to Leonard. And the shot goes in.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Simmons passes to Harris. And the foul called on Myers Leonard. And that's it for him. He's fouled out. Not only that, we are in the bonus and we'll have to go to the line for 2. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Miami. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Slowly but surely, Harris continues to elevate his game. The shooting, the playmaking, the ability to make a difference.
Harris against Winslow. Pass to Oleynik. Back to Winslow. That shot off the mark. Good D by Embiid. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Harris kicks to Embiid. The feed to Richardson. It's stolen by Dragic. Pass to Butler. Over Richardson. And Embiid pulls it down.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Here's Harris. Miami grabs the miss.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. He drops the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And Simmons drops them both.
And that's a wrap. Those free throws being the nail in the coffin.
From deep. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Here's Neto. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you next time.